Hey everybody, for today's video I will be going over histograms and box plots. Now, a histogram is pretty similar to a bar graph except that it uses intervals rather than exact values such as bar graphs. So for example, in this question here, good question 45, you have time intervals and numbers of children based on these time intervals, and they're asking you to draw a histogram. Now, in histogram, you do not use the frequency, which is the number of children in this scenario, but you use the frequency density as your value on the y-axis. The frequency density is found by dividing the frequency with the width of their particular interval. So you don't exactly subtract the exact interval. For example, 19 minus 10, you actually subtract 0.5 less than the minimum and 0.5 more than the greater one. So 19.5 minus 9.5, 24.5 minus 19.5, 29.5 minus 24.5. So you would get 10, 5, 5, 10 as each distance for the intervals, and your frequency density would be 4 divided by 10, 0.4, 11 divided by 5, 2.2, 13 divided by 5, 2.6, 2 divided by 10, 0.2. So you see, a major difference between a bar graph and histogram is that the width does not have to be equal. As you can clearly tell, the intervals have various differences, and each bar is directly connected to the other. There is no distance between it. And while in this graph itself there is a separation between 0 and 10, if the actual interval or the values given to you contain an interval from 0 to a value, you will begin your bar graph from 0 and connect it. That would be an option if, for example, there's an interval 0 to 10, 0 to 9 with, for example, 2. So it'll be 2 divided by 10, 0.2. That is your frequency density, and this would be the bar for interval 0 to 9. It is a little confusing to remember that histograms use frequency density rather than frequency. Make sure you do not make this mistake during the exam, and they do not use the exact intervals as well. That is a major point you have to remember. Other than that, you have to remember to label the axes, for example, frequency density and time. You will also have to include the unit if it is stated so in the question. Now we'll move on to the box plot, or the 5-number summary. Whenever a question asks for a 5-number summary, they're referring to the minimum, maximum, the lower and upper quartiles, and the median. These are the 5-number summary. The box plot is just the visualization of the 5-number summary. So let's look at question 12. You're given a set of points or a set of data, and you'll find the minimum, the quartiles, median, and maximum of this set of data. There should be a video posted explaining how to find it using linear interpolation. This will give you the exact answer you need. Now, when you're drawing a box plot, you first make a line for the min and a line for the max, a line for Q1, median, and Q3. Now, Q1, median, and Q3 will form a large box, as you can clearly see, while the min and max will just be connected through a line. Now, there may be a few questions that would ask you about outliers. Outliers are found by using these two formulas over here. So Q1 minus 1.5 Q3 Q minus Q1. It's any value less than this and any value greater than Q3 plus 1.5 times Q3 minus Q1. Those would be outliers. Now, they might ask you to indicate it on a bar graph. For example, let's say the outlier for this one is 18. Just as an example, you indicate it by writing an X on 18. Yes, it does seem like 18 is the minimum value, but actually it's an outlier. It can also occur above the maximum. That would be another outlier. That is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something and have a nice day.